Hello, welcome to another session of CATV Yoga, Yoga to Go, with these beautiful holy beings coming to support community yoga. Welcome. So we'll begin the practice inhaling for the peaceful vibration of Om, both at home and in the studio, everybody inhaling. Taking the sacred space to create an intention for the practice, maybe a prayer for yourself, a loved one, or even a stranger, and drawing the palms to prayer at heart center. On the inhalation, sweeping the arms wide and overhead, and on the exhalation, drawing it back to the heart. And finding your way to your hands and knees. Palms under the shoulders, knees and feet hip-width apart. Curling the toes under and pressing back to down dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. So pedaling it out, bending one knee and then the other. Working out the hips, the shoulders, head and neck. Releasing all accumulated tension. Maybe even to the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, bending one knee, exhaling, bending the opposite knee. Particularly grounded through the base of the forefinger, thumbs relax. Settling into the stillness for 10 breaths. So the palms like suction cups, the center of the palms lifted. Shoulder blades drawn down the back away from the spine. With an internal spiral to the quadriceps, still engaged, opening through the low back, heels extending towards the earth. There's rounding at the back, perhaps bending the knees slightly. And inhale, lifting the right leg extended. Head and neck relaxed, still gazing towards the left ankle. Exhale, knee to nose, navel to spine, and inhale, lengthen. Inhale, forward to low lunge, palms to the mat. And exhale, drawing the right leg towards straight, chin to shin, navel to spine for a few breaths. Gently adjusting the hips to the right or left, finding the sweet spot of tension. If you're at home and the leg doesn't come towards straight, perhaps using blocks. To a brief cat-cow. So inhale, knee over ankle, gaze out to low lunge. And exhale to lengthen navel to spine. Twice more. Next time forward, pressing through the feet, rising to high lunge. So the feet still hip-width apart. The right toes relax, not gripping. Maybe the gaze up between the palms, shoulder blades still down the back. Exhaling, palms to the mat, stepping the right foot back to plank pose for a few breaths. As you extend out through the heels, gentle lift through the core. Being sure on the exhale to come to Chaturanga, body suspended by palms and toes, maybe simplified to the knees. And rolling it out to the tops of the feet to up dog or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Curling the toes under, pressing back to down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. For 5 breaths. Inhale, lifting the left leg extended. Left leg directly behind left hip. Exhale, knee to nose, navel to spine. And inhale, expand. Inhale, stepping forward to low lunge. And exhale, drawing the left leg long. Extending out through the top of the head, heart. Lengthening a bit more, maybe less rounding to the low spine. Following the deeper breath. Left foot evenly grounded from front to back. Inhaling to a brief cat-cow. So inhale, gaze out, knee over ankle, and exhale, chin to chest, navel to spine. Twice more. This next time forward, pressing through the feet and rising to a high lunge. Perhaps incorporating a gazing point, maybe the floor if you're slightly unsteady. Maybe the wall or beyond if you're steady as a rock like Gibraltar. The left toes relaxed, the breath relaxed. Exhale, palms to the mat, left leg back to plank pose. Into Chaturanga for a few breaths. Rolling it out to the tops of the feet to up dog. And curling the toes under, pressing back to down dog for 5 breaths. And you extend the navel, tailbone upward, taking some of the weight out of the wrist palms. Exhaling to the knees to extended child's pose for 2 breaths. Inhaling to all fours, pressing back to down dog. And lifting the right leg. Exhale slow and wide to the right elbow. Inhale, expand. Exhale, crossing to the left. And inhale, stacking the hips for 5 breaths. So the shoulders square. Inhale forward and rising to high lunge. And exhale, rotating, grounding the back heel to warrior 2. So if you're at home, front foot aligned with the back arch. Able to see the big right toe just inside the knee. Gaze out over the right middle finger. Inhaling to reverse warrior, keeping that deep bend in the front knee. Ideally the front thigh parallel to the floor. And Exhaling, bent right elbow to bent right knee for side angle pose. If you have a deeper version, you're welcome to come into that. Inhaling to reverse triangle, so the front leg straightens, a straight line from the right toes to fingertips, hips, shoulders parallel to the mat. And the front foot firmly grounded. Exhale, triangle prep, arms shoulder height. Inhale, reaching out, extending through the arm, torso, and bringing the right hand towards the lower leg. Most important, the shoulders, hips in line versus bringing the hand farther down the leg. If you're at home, you're welcome to use a block. Inhaling to warrior two. Into high lunge, lifting the left heel arms. Pressing off left foot to right to fold interlace. And inhale, hook thumbs, so the knees bend both as you rise and lower. Exhale, fold interlace. Inhaling left leg back to high lunge. And exhale, palms to the mat, right leg plank. And through the flow to Chaturanga, to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And curling the toes under to Adho Mukha Svanasana. For 5 breaths. Exhaling to the knees, to extended child's pose for a few breaths. Inhaling back to all fours and down dog. So to the same side, moving with the breath and the flow. So minding, if you're at home or here in the studio, the breath more than my verbal cues. Inhaling right leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, expand. Inhale, forward and rising to high lunge. And exhale to warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale to reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle prep. Inhale, extending into Trikonasana for 5 breaths. Right toes relaxed, the back foot not caving into the inside of the foot, but firmly rooted. Inhaling to warrior two. And the next inhale to high lunge. And pressing off to fold, interlace. Inhale, thumbs, offering it up. Practice and beyond. Exhale, folding, interlacing. Inhale, left leg back to high lunge. Exhale, palms to the mat, right leg back to plank. And following the breath through the flow to Chaturanga, to Urdhva Mukha, curling the toes under to Adho Mukha Svanasana for 5 breaths. Inhale, lifting the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose, navel to spine. Inhale, expand. Inhale, forward to high lunge. Exhale, palms wide to warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhaling to reverse triangle pose. Exhale, triangle prep. And inhale, extend it into Trikonasana. Grounded through the inside of the ball of the right foot, lifting to the center of the right arch. Right quadricep engaged, no pressure in the front knee. Inhale to warrior two as you press through the feet. Exhale, palms to the mat and right leg back to plank pose. And through the flow to Chaturanga, to up dog. And curling the toes under, pressing back to down dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthening. Inhale, forward to high lunge. Exhale out to warrior two for 5 breaths. Extended from fingertip to fingertip, relaxing the shoulder blades down the back. Lifted through the arches, the jaw soft. Inhale to reverse warrior, keeping that deep bend in the front knee. Exhaling to side angle pose. Fingers rest long but not tense. Inhaling to reverse triangle as you press through the feet. Exhale, triangle prop. Inhale, extending into Trikonasana. Inhaling to warrior two. Lifting the right heel arms to high lunge. And pressing off right foot to left to fold, interlace. Inhale, hook thumbs. Exhale, fold, interlace. As the arms extend, right foot back to high lunge. Exhale, palms to the mat, left foot back to plank pose. And through the flow, slowly, slowly with the breath. For 5 breaths in down dog. Exhaling to the knees for a few breaths before bringing it to the flow. Inhaling to all fours, curling the toes under, pressing back to down dog. Inhaling left leg lifts. Exhaling towards center, rounding through the spine. Inhale, extend. Inhale forward and rising to high lunge, following your breath. More than my verbal cues, exhale to warrior two. Inhaling to reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhaling to reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle prep. Inhale, extending through the left arm, spine, settling into Trikonasana for 5 breaths. Inhaling to warrior two. To high lunge. Pressing up, right foot to left, fold, interlace. Inhale, pressing through the feet to rise up, bring it up. Exhale, fold, interlace. Inhale, right leg back to high lunge. Exhale, palms to the mat, left leg to plank. And following the breath through the flow. For a few more breaths and down dog, finding that restorative aspect as you lift up through the navel tailbone, balanced between palms and feet. Inhale, lifting the left leg. Exhale to center. And inhale, expand. Forward and rising to high lunge. Exhale, rotating to warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhale to reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle prep. Inhale, extending into Trikonasana for 5 breaths. No pressure in the front knee. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, spiraling it to the mat, left leg back to plank pose. And slowly to Chaturanga, to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and curling the toes under to Adho Mukha Svanasana for 5 breaths. Still grounded to the base of the forefingers. Exhaling to the knees to extended child's pose for a few breaths. Your attention, your awareness to the gentle rise and fall of your belly on your thighs. Ideally the third eye to the mat, not the hairline, for a longer neck. Preparing for dolphin or headstand, I'll instruct for dolphin here. Inhaling out to the forearms, arms parallel, palms grounded to the mat, curling the toes under with the legs straightening, hips lifted, and inching the toes towards the elbows a bit. So the head relaxed, gazing towards the ankles. Same action through the core as well as the thighs from down dog. So that lift through the core, the inward spiral to the thighs. Two more breaths. Exhale, knees towards the outside of the mat, palms in prayer for a tricep stretch. Inhaling to the hands and knees, curling the toes under, pressing back to down dog briefly. And tiptoeing it to the top of the mat, so balancing on the balls of the feet and fingertips. The heels lifted as high as is comfortable. Drawing the palms to the heart, still balanced, perhaps on the balls of the feet. Maybe bending the knees slightly, a gentle lift through the navel. Preparing to rise as you press through the balls of the feet, inhaling arms wide and overhead, taking 3 breaths, extending from toes to fingertips. Maybe a steady gaze or drishti, one pointed, stabilizing the pose. The next exhale, grounding left heel, right knee lifts to crane pose. And crossing the right leg over left for Krishna Asana. So the left arm lifts, pressing the right hand across the body. Finding a comfortable stretch from left hip all the way up through the fingertips. Maybe gaze up to the left elbow or palm. The right heel pointing to the left. The connection between the two lower legs helping to stabilize the pose. Extended just enough for a stretch, but never straining. Exhale, top arm in front of the face. Inhale, expanding down and around. Into Lahasya, right knee behind left. Inhale, lifting the right arm, gazing over the left shoulder, towards the uplifted right heel. So both knees bent. The more you press through the ball of the back right foot, the tighter the knees, the more secure the foundation for both this and the upcoming pose. Coming to the twist, palm to palm, right elbow to left knee or thigh. Inhale, extending out through the spine, top of the head. Your balance gazing up and over the left shoulder. Maybe deepening the palms to heart center if they're not already there. One more inhale, releasing the palms to the mat, right leg lifts to standing split. So maybe bringing one or both hands to the left ankle or lower leg. And bringing the hands back to the mat, reaching with the right toes to low lunge. So the gaze out, shoulder blades down back for 2 breaths. Inhale, pressing the left foot back to down dog. Rolling it out to plank pose. Into Chaturanga, and back to plank, and to down dog. Tiptoeing it to the top of the mat, heels lifted, drawing the palms to the heart. Lifting the heels for a few breaths. Inhale, arms wide and overhead. 3 breaths. Exhale, grounding the right heel. Inhale, lifting the left knee to crane pose. Into Krishnasana, left leg over right. Right arm extends, pressing the energy across the body with the left hand. Exhale, top arm down and around. Inhale out to crane. And bring the left knee behind right for Lahasyasana. So left arm, left gazing over the right shoulder. And preparing for the twist, palm to palm, left elbow to the outside of the right knee or thigh. Maybe pressing the top hand into the bottom hand, left elbow more deeply into the outside of the right knee. If you're at home, you can simplify using a block. Left hand to the block, right arm extends. Let's release the palms to the mat. Left leg lifts to standing split. Maybe drawing the chin closer to the shins with one or both hands. Palms to the mat, reaching with the left toes to low lunge, so an outward gaze. And pressing back to down dog. And take 5 breaths in down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, releasing to the knees to extended child's pose. Attention inward, the full breath, as well as the spaces between. Inhaling out to the forearms, stepping the feet back for forearm plank pose. And bring the feet hip width apart. So ideally a straight line from the heel through the hips to the shoulders, shoulders over elbows. Coming to the outside of the right foot, inside of the left, right hip perhaps hovering above the mat, both forearms still grounded. Inhaling back to center, exhaling to the left. Inhaling back to center, perhaps one more time, exhaling to the right. The right hip comes to the mat, it's still perfect. Inhaling back to center and exhaling a final time to the left. It's not so much right or wrong in yoga, it's simply attention or inattention. Inhaling back to center, knees wide, palms in prayer for a tricep stretch. Inhale, sitting up on the heels for eagle arms. So once or twice, interlacing right arm over left. As you gently press the forelegs into the mat, lifting through the spine, the elbows, the gaze. Maybe even backing off slightly and deepening the breath to deepen the pose. No straining. Exhale, rounding to vertical catch. Chin to chest, elbows to navel, navel to spine. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, rounding to vertical catch. Inhale, sitting up, releasing it wide. And coming out onto your belly, preparing for a few back bends, starting with Cobra or Bhujangasana. So laying on the belly, forehead to the mat, palms under the shoulders, feet either together or hip width apart. Inhale, extending out through the top of the head. Lifting gently, perhaps the upper body off the mat. So the gaze slightly down as you extend out through the top of the head. So not bringing any tension to the back of the neck. More breath. Exhale, releasing the head to one side, arms alongside the body. And preparing for half locust pose or Ardha Shalabhasana. The chin to the mat, arms under the body. So maybe the thumbs meeting under the pelvis, the elbows straight. Inhale, extending out and up through the right leg. So engaged, extended from right buttock to right heel, while allowing deepening that relaxation through the rest of the body. And exhale, releasing the right leg. Inhale, extending out and up through the left leg. So the left hip still to the mat or forearm. Tending to the breath, inhale equal to exhale. exhale, releasing the left leg, head to the opposite ear for a breath or two. You're welcome to repeat half if you like. Here we'll be doing a full pose, returning the chin to the mat, arms maybe more deeply under the body. As you curl the toes under, pressing the weight from the lower to the upper body and lifting both legs up and off the mat. So as you press the forearms towards the feet, maybe the legs a bit higher. More weight into the torso and chin. Two more breaths. And exhale, releasing the legs, the arms from under the body, and turning the head to the opposite ear for a few breaths. So we'll take a moment here, focusing on the gentle rise and fall of the belly on the mat. Our attention deepening inward. Slowly, slowly bringing the palms to the mat, pressing to come up onto your back in preparation for bridge pose. So bending the knees, the heels to the buttocks, feet parallel. If you prefer half or full wheel, you're welcome to come to that. For bridge pose, engaging through the pelvic rotation as you slowly draw the navel to the mat, lifting the hips by pressing the feet through the feet, lower, middle, upper back coming off, interlacing the fingers, upper arms gently under the body. Depending on your flexibility, maybe the pinkies to the mat. So the periphery of the feet equally grounded. Inhale, exhale, lifting the heels, rolling it to the mat, tailbone last. With the hips to the mat, gently rocking the knees side to side, releasing any accumulated tension. And coming back to center, bring the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms head to the knees for a few breaths. And as you release the head to the mat, taking the feet in either hand for happy baby pose. Gently rocking it side to side. As you release the feet to figure four, so right ankle to left knee. Threading the hands behind the left thigh, and drawing the hands inward, the right elbow outward. So there's a gentle outward spiral, deepening that hip opening through the right elbow. No discomfort in either knee. Ankle to a right angle. And as you release the hands, bring the right leg once or twice around the left for reclining eagle pose. Scooting the hips to the right, knees to the left, arms wide if there's room, otherwise maybe bending the elbows for cactus. tension inward, breath expanding through the torso to all points. So there's nothing to do in this pose except surrender, let go. Our whole body held, allowing that rhythmic flow of the breath to wash away all tension. Inhaling slowly back to center, unraveling the legs. Praying for figure four on the other side by drawing the left knee into the chest, rotating from the left hip, not the knee. Left ankle to right knee or thigh. The hands behind the right thigh, drawing the hands inward. With a gentle outward rotation to the left elbow. Maybe a slight variation, moving the right thigh to the right or left, finding that sweet spot of holding. Maybe even visualizing, tapping into the power of the breath or prana and directing it to channels of blockage or garantes. And releasing the hands for reclining eagle, twisting to the left. So left leg once or twice around the right. Hips offset to the left, knees to the right. Awareness tending to the breath. Inhaling back to center, unraveling the legs, squaring the hips. Drawing the arms around the knees, gentle rocking it back and forth through the spine. Continuing perhaps to rock it back and forth to face the front of the room. A wide-legged forward fold. If you're practicing with others, perhaps adjusting some front, some back. So sitting rooted through the sit bones, extending out through the heels, bringing the palms to the front, extending out through the top of the head, leading with the heart, not the chin. Continuing to press the backs of the thighs, knees into the mat. And following that subtle expansion and contraction, the lengthening and softening of each breath. Forward folds best achieved through the offering or surrendering of the practice versus muscle, effort, or will. Maybe even the palms upward is a gesture of offering with this pose. Practice today, as well as all of our practice before and after coming to the mat. And slowly pressing through the palms to come up for a side bend. So bringing the left forearm inside the left leg. Inhale, extending from still grounded right sit bone out through the fingertips, and the right fingertips towards the left toes. Maybe using the left forearm to help rotate the top shoulder back. Still pressing the back of the right thigh, sit bones into the mat. Inhale, slowly to the other side. So the right forearm to the inside of the leg, extending from left sit bone to fingertips. An outward spiral to the left side. Shoulders at least even. Pressing through the backs of the thighs and now slowly back to center, preparing for table pose. So with the fingers facing forward, bring the palms, feet aligned. So ankles under the knees, palms under the shoulders, inhaling, lifting the hips. For 5 breaths. Exhale, slowly releasing. And finding a comfortable place for Shavasana. So typically taken in corpse pose, laying on the back, arms, legs long, palms slightly turned up. A little room between the legs and arms, allowing air to circulate. If you're at home, you're welcome to put your legs up the wall. Maybe lower leg supported on a chair, easing in tension in the lower back. Also nice as we haven't done inversions too much. And returning our awareness to where we began the practice. Steady breath. Our intention, our offering for ourselves, we care about, and beyond. Maybe to that gentle ocean sounding breath, the Ujjayi breath, breath of victory. Partial constriction in the back of the throat, the breath at least audible to yourself. Time to awaken the body, wiggling the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Inhaling, stretching the arms long overhead, bending the knees, and finding your way onto your right side for a few moments. An offering from the Radiant Sutras. It's a very poetic and beautiful version by Lauren Roach. Emanating from the embrace of the goddess and her god is a wheel of delicious divine energies The center of this wheel is right where you are. Live here and let your heart stream with an unending flow of adoration. In this way, tend the altar of love. And in your own time, finding your way to a comfortable seat. Inhaling for the vibration of Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Namaste to everybody at home. Namaste to you beautiful holy beings. Namaste, namaste, namaste. And namaste to our canine friend watching us. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sophie.